Okay, let's get to burgers now, because we've been teasing this all morning. A new lawsuit arguing Burger King's famous Whopper isn't as whopping as it should be. A judge rejected the fast food giant's attempts to dismiss a false advertising case. The people suing claim that Burger King enlarges its Whopper burger in advertisements and on your menu boards to appear twice as big and serves a patty that is 35% smaller than the ones that were promised that we see in photos. We want to welcome in attorney Ian Samuel right now to help us break down this big food fight. Ian, thanks for being with us.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm very hungry, so this will be a good discussion.
Well, if only you were here, because we have a smorgasbord of Whoppers because we're dedicated journalists. So we brought them to set. You know, to look at the photos compared to what we actually see here, what do we think? It does look kind of sad, but do these claimants actually have a case? What say you?
You know, I think what's interesting is I was not aware that there was anybody left in the entire world who did not basically understand that food on an advertisements often looks somewhat better than it's going to look when it is delivered to you in real life. And advertisement has to be sort of evaluated against the background of like normal social understandings. So I do think that it is quite charming that the lawyers for the plaintiffs said that, look, these guys aren't looking for money. They're trying to create change in the world. That is a quote from the lawyers for the plaintiffs. They're trying to create change in the world. And I think that's very noble of them, and I appreciate their efforts.
And I see your point that everybody knows that the meal that you usually get is not the meal that is marketed to you. But should it look that different, what you get versus what you see?
I mean, I suppose not ideally, right? But when we're talking about, you know, obviously fast food restaurants and fast food sandwiches versus advertisements that are going to present something, you know, in its very best light. You could say this really for all products. You know, for example, you know, my car has some, you know, some dings and scratches on it that it has acquired over the years. You know, the photos that I take on my iPhone are usually not of people who are, you know, quite as attractive and well posed as the models that Apple uses in its iPhone advertisements. No offense to my family. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These advertising conventions, I sort of like advertising that sort of shows me an idealized life that I might not live, but I can at least have some of the products in that idealized life, even if I will not look as good as the models who are eating the sandwiches.
Yeah, it is just interesting. I think all of us agree that what we get is different. Most of us just don't feel litigious about it, though. My last question to you, what is Burger King going to have to prove or show in order to win? And does an ad or a menu board, does that serve as some sort of contract between the restaurant and the customer?
Well, it's not exactly a contract, but I do find it ironic that essentially the claim of this lawsuit is, hey, where's the beef? And what Burger King is going to have to demonstrate essentially is that there is no way that these people were actually misled. And I'm sure that they will write in their briefs that, you know, their sandwiches are great and that they are large. And it's just that they're, you know, maybe not quite as vivid as they are on your, you know, giant TV at home or on these billboards. But I don't think realistically this is going to do very much to alter their advertising practices. When I described this lawsuit to my girlfriend yesterday, she said, well, haven't people basically been saying that for like years
Forever.
about all fast food products?
Yes.
Which the answer is yes.
Yeah. Well, and we know that they're not the only ones facing this kind of beef when it comes to lawsuits. We know Taco Bell was sued last month. I think McDonald's, Wendy's also sued last year for the size of their cheeseburgers. So, hey, I'll save these for you, Ian. Just hop by the studio.
Thanks, I'll be over soon.
Yeah. Come by soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.